All right, so I'm Emily Roberts, and tonight I want to talk to you guys about how to grow your points in Plexus and why in the world should that matter to you? Why should you care? This is going to show you like a financial aspect. It's going to show you a duplication aspect. I'm even going to share my screen here in a second and show you a back office view and kind of walk you through what exactly I'm showing you. So hold on one second. You don't want to see my grocery delivery. So let me just go ahead and X out of that. And that. Hold on. Okay. These are my notes. Move those over here. I always forget how to screen share. I'm so bad at this sometimes. Here we go. Yes. All right. Can you see my back office? Yes. Shake your head yes if you can. Okay, cool. I did it right. All right. So you're looking at May of last month. I went over here to my dashboard to the My Business. I clicked on points and rank up, and I changed the box down here, which would say June 2019 to May 2019, and I'm scrolling down. So for those of you that are newer or haven't been here in a while, this was the amount of people at the end of the month, the last day of the month, that just ended up not ordering. And it's a pretty good amount. So when you are looking at your reports or your numbers, this big number, it doesn't have to stress you out because some of these people are inactive. Some of them have credit card issues. But I just want you to know what these three numbers mean and how I use them. This one in the middle, no, we'll do that last. This one on the left side is my favorite. It's everyone that's commission qualified and then some. We had well over 1,000 people last month commission qualified, and it was a good month. This little number right here, this little 297. I know some of you have teams of 297, so one day when you are a diamond, this number, it's not going to seem like a lot, but right now just some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, that'd be my whole team. It feels like that sometimes. So this is my 1 to 99 PVers. So anybody that is not commission qualified, they have, they're like right there to earning commissions, okay? Now I know this little number, this little box, for those of you that log into your virtual office weekly, those of you that are looking for that rank up and you're trying to grow a business, 297 people, it's kind of a frustrating number to look at. Now for those of you that have been here for a minute, you know who your 99ers are, right? The people that end at 99.99 at the end of every month. And you witness this, you've either had conversations, some of them are just, you can't communicate with them at all. But this is some like ground rules for duplication that we're going to talk about real quick. And some of this stuff it's a hard conversation to have because this is a business team Zoom, but it's also going to be for those people that want to rank up and they want to understand, okay, why am I not ranking up? And this could be why. So if you did not know already, you earn pay points on your levels 1 through 7. Let me stop sharing. You earn on your levels 1 through 7. When they hit that 100 PV, whether it's from a customer, multiple customers, or their own personal orders, and they hit 100 PV, that will get you points for that person. Every pay point is equivalent to a numerical dollar amount, usually between $3 and $4. Here's the thing. It depends. There's so many things that contribute to the pay point. The biggest ones are retail customers and any $150 order placed by ambassadors. So $3 to $4 a pay point. So let's do some math real quick. If anybody, Allie, do you have your phone next to you? Okay. Allie, I am a Diamond Ambassador, and a Diamond Ambassador needs 4,500 points to maintain that rank. And let's say the pay point is $3. What is 4,500 times 3? And go, you can unmute yourself. Oh, hold on. I didn't hear you. Did y'all hear her? Oh, sorry. I had you muted. Yes.
13,500.
Yes. So just from diamond pay points alone, you were earning over $13,000. That's not my sales or my PV. That's not retail overrides. My level ones who are commission qualified, I get 5% of that. That's just one of the ways that we earn money in this comp plan. So growing your points, maintaining points is so important. And I hope that some of the things I shared tonight kind of gives you that aha moment so that you can keep going. And for those of you that have been here for a while, some talking points, having hard conversations with people that maybe their teams aren't growing and they don't know why, and maybe this will help. So, all right, so $13,500. That's a lot of diapers. I don't know about you guys, but it's a lot of diapers. And this is just one of the ways that we can earn. So I want you just to have a basic understanding of the pay point and why it matters. 99 PVers or anyone that doesn't get commission qualified, I want you to ask yourself some questions. Okay, so they like their products, yes. Obviously, they're ordering something every month. They clearly love it. Their belief in the products is minimal. And not in the sense of they don't believe that the products work. They're reordering every month. So they have that belief. It's minimal in the sense of they don't know what else we have, and they don't either care to know what we have, or they haven't gone that extra mile to figure out what we have. Most people on our team that have I would pull them up, but just for the lack of privacy, I'm not going to pick on anybody or pull up names. Most people on our team that have 80 to 90 PV don't order Slim. They order the other supplements like ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. How many of you would say that when you follow up with a customer or an ambassador, their BioCleanse is always running over? They always have extra that goes into the next month. And now some of you are thinking, what? BioCleanse? No, I take it religiously. Well, some of us don't. I don't need it every day. I needed it that first year, like desperately. And then through the last 2 pregnancies, desperately. But now I'm in a really good place where I just take it as needed. But some people need 6 a day, 3 a day, like my in-laws, they have to take more. Magnesium's important, but depending on your diet, there's other ways to get it. So I think the people that are ordering ProBio 5 and BioCleanse only, and maybe at one point they love the triplex, or maybe it is a financial matter. You know, they got in here with their discount. Sorry, I ate dinner and it's stuck in my food. They got in here with this great discount, and it's been 3 years. There's no relationship. You're not communicating, and you're just like, okay, now what? So when people have extra product, and when you encourage them to reorder that next month, for instance, the triplex, and they don't order Slim, or maybe they just order Slim and ProBio and not BioCleanse, I want you to start with your yellow side. Okay, and now for those of you that don't know what that means, there's a color personality test out there, and the yellows are selfless. They have huge hearts, a servant's heart. They love to help people. They will give all the Plexus away for free, like unless Emily catches them. Like that's how I like to see it. And some of you are yellow and you're laughing and you're like, oh, she's already messaged me once about that. I get it. You want to help all the peoples. Okay, so if you have people like that in your downline, in your organization, and they're for whatever reason, it could be anything, not BioCleanse. It could be anything. And they have extra. Tell them to gift it. Give it, BioCleanse especially because it has the 180 count, 120 count. Give it to that mama friend whose baby's constipated and needs help in the bathroom. Give it to your mother-in-law's friend that has issues. Gift it. Encourage them to gift it if they don't need it. Okay, and not only is this going to be like a light bulb for them, like, oh, I didn't think about that. But most of the time, these people that are not business savvy or business minded, they'll be about that all day. Now, the financial people that are like, no, I spent $54.90 on this. I am not going to gift it. I understand. And when that's the case, just have them talk to someone that could use it. This is going to be the Plexus introduction sharing. Now, if you don't talk to these people at all, then we have ways of checking in on them. Like if their membership is expired, we can have them, downgraded to preferred customer. There's other things, and that's a different topic for a different day. But for the extra product people, or the people that only order 1 or 2 things at a time, here's a suggestion. Have them order double bi-monthly. At least for those of us that are point stocking and watching our points, and we know the flow of our points, we can count on them to get their double ProBio 5 and BioCleanse every other month. So we know 5 points is coming. And that may or may not mean that, 297 times 5 points, that's a lot of points. But that's a lot of people that have extra product or aren't getting to 100 PV. Maybe they opted out of emails a long time ago. They don't know about things. Maybe their upline quit and now a level 12 is now your level 2. I don't know. There's so many different situations. But at the end of the day, this is what it starts with. Expectation. When that person signs up with you, they are a customer. I know it says ambassador in the back office. They're a customer. And customer care is so, so important. And the biggest, hugest, the biggest part of what we do is customer care and creating a clear expectation of not the products and how they're going to work, but what you want from this person. I want you to know that you are joining me and you are promising me that you are not going to stop or give up for at least 60 days to 6 months. Depends on the relationship, depends on the conversation. But as ambassadors, as people growing a team, as people that want to help and change the whole freaking world with Plexus, we've got to lay down these ground rules. It's almost like a Plexus law to me. Listen here, sister. You came to me because you're feeling fat and frumpy. All right, well, give me 60 days, nothing less. I'm serious. Look, we have to lay that expectation down solidly. And this is what stopped duplicating a long time ago because people, I don't want to offend them. And, it wasn't working for her. Well, you know why? Because she checked in at Taco Bell 3 times last week. That's why it wasn't working for her. Our products work. I've been here for 5 years. Every single one of them works for someone, somehow, some way. So stop giving people excuses and stop telling me what their budget is. Do you do their taxes? Do you do their budget? Do you know what they can and can't afford? That leads me into the whole $199 welcome pack mindset thing of, well, they can't afford that. How do you know? How do you know she hasn't been saving up for this? I was that girl. I saved up $500 because I wanted Plexus for 3 months. I did the math. I looked at every way possible of ordering, and Holly had no idea I was going to sign up. But I knew if I signed up, and the triplex was $99 at startup, and then at the time it was like $109.95, and I know it's gone up since then, but I knew I had enough to try that and maybe 1 bottle of accelerator. Stop making decisions for people, especially my yellows. Dear God, I love you, and I know you have a big heart, and you mean nothing by it. But you're doing yourself and others a disservice. You think you're serving them well, but you're not. You're stopping them in their own tracks, and you're telling them what they can afford. And that's not fair because how do you know they haven't been saving up for this? So $100 monthly for supplements is a really great price point for most families. Most families, meaning those that are responsible with taking them, those that are responsible with setting money aside for them. I am not Dave Ramsey. I'm still learning from him every single day, even as a Diamond Ambassador. But I know that $100 a month for supplements is a lot cheaper than medical bills. I know it's cheaper than having a baby. I know that. Other than that. Hold on, I saved this thing for you that I wanted to share. Let me find the picture real fast. Healthy groceries is too expensive, but a $100 dinner date with your man is reasonable. That's something that almost all of us have said to ourselves. $130 to go see a therapist, that's absurd. But you know what? I went to Target yesterday on accident and spent $130 because they have great deals. The average college class, about $1,000. Oh, that is so expensive. But this iPhone X, it takes great pictures. Same price. Kids summer camp, $180 a week. Oh, that's way too much. I've literally said that, even as a diamond. I'm not kidding. But a new pair of shoes for $180, count me in. Y'all saw my Instagram. Y'all know I have a shoe problem, okay? These are things that I have said. I'm just throwing it out there. 60 minutes of exercise, man, I wish I had time, or a cuss word or whatever else comes to mind when you look at the stair stepper. 60 minutes of that. 60 minutes on Instagram. Oh my God, time flies. Woo, that convicted me when I read it the first time. 1 hour on the phone with your parents is an eternity, or at least like with your in-laws or somebody you don't want to talk to. But 1 hour of watching Netflix, would you like to watch another one? Are you still watching? Everything in life is about priorities. So where do you want to be 10 years from now? And what are you doing to prevent that? That all can be thrown into this same thing of $100 a month for supplements. Oh God, no. But I can spend $680 a month at Chick-fil-A because it's convenient and it's right there and makes my kids be quiet for 15 minutes on the way home. It's priorities. It's a mindset, that scarcity mindset that a lot of us live in because we've lost team members, or you've seen people come and go and you're heartbroken because you knew it would help them, but they gave up, or whatever it may be. So some things to consider. If they're serious about spending $100 a month and you've set those clear expectations and they're not drinking alcohol 3 to 5 times a week or eating carbs made by human hands every day, then yes, they will see results. But you have to be on your people. They have to make that change. And I'm preaching to myself here because for a year after I had babies and I was drinking wine every night to wind down, I was like, man, I can't lose weight. What is going on? Oh, my Plexus doesn't work. Maybe I should go to another company. Blah, blah. I had done that. I've played all those games. And you know what? It was my fault. It was these hands putting a big cup to this mouth. That's what the problem was. So, Jessica Ruckle, stop laughing at me. I know you're muted, but I can see you laughing at me. But in all seriousness, it was me. We self-sabotage ourselves all the time because of a scarcity mindset, which I'll get to that in just a second. So something that I would like to share with you guys is my 45 to 60 day experience with Plexus. Like I said, I saved up $500. I was house sitting, dog sitting, and babysitting. This was right after I left corporate America. Sterling was about 6 months old. Scott was deployed across the world, and I didn't know what else to do. I knew that if I wanted to get a mani-pedi, it would start World War III, and Scott would be like, well, we just can't fit that in right now. We just can't, whatever it was. And that was devastating to me because I was someone that worked very, very hard for 8 years in corporate America, and being a mom was a whole new ballpark, and it was like way harder. And I'm like, so you're saying I'm working for free and I cannot get a mani-pedi? Okay. Like I had to talk myself down every day. And so when Plexus came in and I was like, all right, I can make a little money. Like, okay. And I was trying to have this conversation with him. He was like, show me the money. All the time, show me the money. And then I showed him the money and he was like, that's not a lot of money. So, I mean, put yourself in my shoes. So my first 45 to 60 days, my mindset was not about money. I mean, eventually it was because I was like, oh, silver and gold. Like, I just have to help this many people. Okay. But the biggest thing was my results. If I had results, I could talk more about it, right? That's what people think all the time. There's so many cool fun facts and things that we can share about Plexus and ingredients and gut health and the microbiome and all this cool stuff. We don't need a result these days. Everything we do is telling somebody something. Everything. Think about it. How many times have you gotten on social media or maybe you're at dinner with your family and you see a couple arguing and you're like, God, I wish I knew what they're fighting about. Like you try to read their lips and you're like looking. How many times have you done that? We do it all the time. We make up our own speculation in our brain. We do it for our customers. Oh, they're not answering me because they hate it. They hate it. I know they're going to thrive. They hate me. They're not going to order again. Like you are constantly doing that in your brain. Women are the worst. I mean, well, my brother, he's pretty bad, but women are terrible about doing this and that. And I think it all goes back to that scarcity mindset, that terrible mindset. We play the victim and we're constantly speculating instead of looking at the facts. Or like what Scott says, everything ultimately is up to God, but what are you able to control? Something Allie said to me a couple months ago when she was referring to her back office was, I'm not going to log in and look at something I can't control. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do my IPAs because I know that I can control my actions. And I love that. And it convicted me. And now I don't log in all the freaking time to see what you guys are doing or not doing because I don't want to work. And when I'm working, y'all are working. Have you ever noticed that? When I feel like some of you are like, how many is she going to get this month? Okay. Bet. Like y'all ready to come out. And Jessica, look, she's laughing. I know it's her. So seriously. Customer care. That's how we're going to get there. We're by taking our products and owning up to the $100 a month responsibility. It's not about helping someone earn money or helping someone rank up. When you are reaching out to somebody and your upline's like $15 cash back, and I know end of the month specials irritate the crap out of people. I totally recommend not doing them. Do them at the 15th of the month. Do a flash sale, right? Don't wait till the end of the month to push like crazy unless you are 25 points away from that rank up. Because 200 points away is a little outrageous. It can be done, but it's a little outrageous. But offering people, $50 well, I just don't want to reach out to them for, buying something else. You're giving them free money to buy something else. Ain't nobody ever, oh, Sephora, no, keep your points. I don't want $30 extra for mascara. Oh, we can't go to Chipotle. We get a free burrito on Tuesdays. No one's going to turn down free. So again, it's that mindset of they don't like me, that speculation, that, well, my results suck right now, so no one else is having results. Okay, go get one. We internalize it all. They're in the closet by your shoes. We internalize it all, and then we deflect and put it on other people, and then we want to know why our business isn't growing because, it's over by the stairs, baby. That closet, where the shoes are. The blankets are in there. That's what we're doing. Or whatever we're dealing with, we think everyone else is. Have you ever done that before? And I do it so often that Scott's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you weren't with the kids all day. Never mind. It's just what humans do. It's all psychological, and it starts with that scarcity mindset. So how can we change this? How can we help our 99 PVers? How can we help ourselves to be successful with our products? Because it's not follow-up. Let's just remove that from our brains temporarily. I still want you to follow up, but it's not follow-up, y'all. It's accountability. We all need it. Just now in my kitchen, I could have easily had bagel bites. Oh my God, they smell so good. I wanted bagel bites, but you know what? I had leftover bus and chili. I got my macros in for the day. I got my protein. It was great. No, go get your dad. I'm on video with my friends. And so I get it. That temptation is there all the time. Whether, do I want to work my business and reach out to that girl I've been stalking on Instagram? Nope. I'm going to watch Dead to Me on Netflix for 2 more hours. That's what I'm going to do. It's tempting. I get it. Sometimes you just want your brain to go to mush. Sometimes, like May was an incredible month, so I get it that you don't want to keep working harder. But that's the problem. That book, Go for No, that I've mentioned for years. Go for No by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. I love that book. Why? Because he talks about that too. Because you're working so hard, and then you're like, oh, I got a break. It's the end of the month. No. The 1st to the 15th are like the best days ever to work your business. And sometimes we think we reach that goal, and then we're like, I can peace out. I got my Apple Watch. Oh yeah? Well, did you get any of them to silver? Oh no, you didn't. Oh, did you get them commission qualified? Oh no, you didn't. Like that's my mindset. I want y'all to just like challenge yourselves. Don't just get the prize. Help your people get the prize. And whether that's accountability with products, accountability with business, whatever. So I digress. How can we help customer care to make these things happen? Number 1, hand tailor their experience and regimen to them. Stop giving everyone the triplex calendar. It makes my eye twitch. Stop doing it. It's beautiful and it's pretty and like whatever, but it only works for like 7 out of 500 people. You have to tailor it to them. Oh, you're on a thyroid medication? All right, we're going to have to make sure that your slim is 2 to 4 hours apart from that. And you taking any other medication in between there? When was the last time you had a conversation with someone about that? Oh, you don't have a uterus? Oh, you don't have kidneys? Oh, you know these things, because this may or may not be the reason why something's not working. They're missing a kidney. They don't have a gallbladder. I hope they're taking X Factor Plus. I hope they're taking X Factor period. But they're not going to have a great experience absorbing anything. Thyroid issues, that's a huge one. I'm putting everyone on Metaburn and X Factor that comes with me. Like, I just got diagnosed with hypothyroidism or any sort of thyroid issue because of the ingredients that we have in our products. So hand tailoring experiences to these people. Now, am I a scientist? Absolutely not. Do I know everything? Absolutely not. What do? I Google it. I ask my really smart friends, hey, this person has a thyroid issue. What would you do? Oh, I would do this because of this ingredient, and this ingredient does this. And did you know it's a part of it? I'm like, I did not know that. And you learn something new, and then you are working out that customer care with your people. Set your people up to read the product labels. Do they not do that? I think so often we just shoot over a graphic that we forget that our company has provided us very detailed, explicit labels that tell you how to take a product. And at the end of the day, I'd rather them be mad at the product than me, because I'm like, yo, take 4 Probio 5 at bedtime. And they're like, Emily, I had my first yeast infection the first time in my life in 4 years. What did you do to me? And I'm like, oh, awkward. It's because you need to start slowly. All right. So I want you to think about that and tailor it to them. I want you to spend time with your new ambassadors the same way you do with your new preferred customers and your customers. That accountability, AKA follow-up, whatever you want to call it. You have to check in. The 7-day, 14-day, 21-day check-ins are so crucial to duplication. You will be blown away. And I guarantee it, if y'all stuck with that follow-up accountability system for the next 3 months, you would have such massive point growth from successful people seeing results that not only would they be encouraged to go silver and get their products paid for on their own because they're feeling so good, but secondly, you're going to feel good because you're actually helping people again. You're not just earning a prize and leaving them hanging out to dry. And I know that was a little mean and harsh, talking to myself because I've dropped the ball with people too. But we have to work on our customer care. Open line of communication is 100% necessary when they're starting supplements for the very first time. Make sure they have your phone number. Now, if they're a little weird, or they freak you out, or if it's the opposite sex, keeping it on social media is totally okay. Use the reminders in Messenger on Facebook. I will show you. Actually, I can't do it on my computer, but I'll show you on my phone. So I'm opening the Messenger app. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to pick on Lindsay Becker. I don't even think she's on here. She just had foot surgery. So once I'm inside the chat, see those little 4 dots? Click on the 4 dots. And then there's a little bell that says reminder. Do y'all see the little blue bell? I'm from Texas, so it's funny, blue bell. And then you're going to click continue. Click on continue. It's really hard to do backwards. And look at this. It creates a follow-up calendar-like thing for you. You can pick the date and when the alert will go off. It will come up in your Messenger. For me, I do it when I send out samples or when people order for me. I'll be like, did your Plexus arrive? That's the title. And I'll do it like 4 days out. Sometimes I do it out like a day later. And they're like, oh my God, my product's already arrived before your reminder. And I'm like, Plexus is great shipping. So it's just creating the reminder and taking that extra step so that they know I can communicate with them. They expect you on day 7. They expect you on day 14. And not in like a weird way, like, did you take your products? Did you take your products? You're grounded. Like, don't mother them. Just be like, yo, how's it going? You being consistent every day? Did you slip up? Do I need to call you? Would you like my phone number so we can hold each other accountable? Have that conversation. Guess what? Wins for us equals wins for the customer. And when I say customer, I'm talking about everyone. Ambassador, anyone who is purchasing Plexus is a customer, okay? So wins for us as the upline or the leader, it equals wins for the customer. Tell them that ordering combos is going to save them money and separate shipping costs. Subscriptions help to ship consistently and around their pay schedule. How many of you get paid on the 1st and the 15th outside of Plexus? Like maybe it's your spouse or whatever, okay? Most of us do, or it's every other Friday, right? Or every 3 Fridays. When people think that their subscription cannot be altered, they turn it off. If you don't teach someone how to log into their virtual office and be in the know, they panic. And then they're like, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm just going to remove everything. And next thing you know, you can't get a hold of them on email. They've blocked you on Facebook because they think that you've scammed them. And they're freaking out and watching the month, the 28th of every month to see if they're getting billed by Plexus. And it's just that fear, because how many of you have been stuck in a subscription where you couldn't get out of because you ordered shoes with a monthly shipping or freaking like Fabletics? I didn't even know that was a subscription. Scott was like, didn't you just get leggings? I'm like, yes, I did. Like everything these days comes with something and you have to call a 1-800 number and it's somebody you can't understand or it's like weird hours and you're so frustrated and you feel like you've been scammed. I don't want anyone to ever feel that way about Plexus. So we have to make sure that all the wins for them, it's going to be wins for us. When they feel confident logging in and changing their subscription, they're ordering a combo because they're saving on shipping. They're getting a 25% discount and they don't have to worry about things shipping on the 1st and the 15th. Now, the only time I ever recommend that is like, for instance, a single mama that has certain payment or moms with like child support or dads with child support, students that know when they're going to have money. That's the only time I will split up their triplex combo or their order. So I know they'll get commission qualified on the 15th, but they have, 2 products go out on the 1st and 2 products go out on the 15th. Very rarely do I recommend that. But ordering combos actually saves them money. Literally saves them money, up to $12 on shipping costs. So I want you to think about that. That $12 is now in their pay portal, and they're like, yo, thanks for telling me to get that combo. I got $12 that I can apply to my next order. So I want you to think about that. Following up is identical and looks just like accountability. So as you grow a team, as you maintain a team, if you're not talking to people on your team on the phone or in Messenger at least once a day, or at least 3 times a week, right? There's 7 days in a week. So at least 3 times a week. Where's the accountability? And I'm not talking about posting on social media. Nobody wants to be messaged all week long. Did you post? Did you post it? Like, okay, did you drink your pink drink? Because I want to make sure you feel good. And then once all of these things are in alignment, right? We've hand-tailored an experience for them. We're teaching them to read the product labels. We're showing them what's best for them and their body. They feel confident in communicating with us at the end of every 7 days. There's wins for them. There's wins for us. Everyone's getting commission qualified. Following up and accountability are happening. Okay, so wow, at this point, I could really point stock and rank up because I have a good idea of which 99ers are going to commit to this combo. The people that I'm having conversations with that are like, you know what, you're right, I do need X Factor. Or, you know what, I do need to add on a bag of lean or whatever. I just want you to think about this, okay? High subscription rate, meaning subscriptions are in place and at least 100 PV. That means that your team is encouraged and being held accountable weekly. If you have a low subscription rate, it means low consumer success rate. You are taking notes, write that sucker in all caps. No to low subscriptions means they are not seeing success with their products. Has nothing to do, or I mean, they might not like you, period, but most of the time, it's because they're not seeing success with their products. Help them change that. Go look at their order history. Okay, they were ordering triplex for 3 months and then they stopped. Either they weren't taking it consistently or they were one of those people that went through detox first, put on a little water weight, and now they're like, what do I do? Plexus made me gain weight. I hate when people say that. I'm like, no, it's actually all the carbohydrates you ate last night, but that's another story. So I just want you to think about that. So, all right, Emily, this all sounds great and lovely, and I'm really excited. I want to get to work. Okay, but what about the 99ers that don't want to talk to me? What about the people that aren't giving me points? How do I have these conversations? All right, before you enter a conversation that ultimately is about making you more money, okay, yellows, listen closely. I need you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. How is your mindset before you take this conversation to the table? Okay? What are you thinking about? You either have a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset when you're having a conversation about money with other people, about their money with that person. What I believe and what I do is what I'm training on. I don't just say things that I expect you guys to do that I'm not doing, which I think most of you guys know that. I think it's also very pivotal to the conversations that you're having. If you're saying one thing to them, you don't believe anything coming out of your mouth, guess what? They're going to see right through that. If I feel like I'm being pushy and obnoxious, then I'm going to project that behavior, or I'm going to freak myself out so much because I think I'm being so pushy, I'm not going to have the conversations at all. Is that resonating with any of you? I know it is because I've had conversations with you guys. Allie, your head is cropped because of my notes, and all I see is your cat. It's really awesome. It just looks like your cat's zooming. So one of the most selfish things that we can do, besides empathizing and getting vulnerable about their health goals or whatever, is dropping the ball and you stop caring entirely because you don't want to have the hard conversation. Because you don't want to talk to them about their inconsistency. You're doing the things. You're checking in. You're loving on them. You're encouraging them. You're working that team page. They don't reply. They read your messages. They say nothing. They don't text back. They don't answer your calls. They don't reply to your emails. Having the hard conversation about someone else's inconsistency is what stops accountability altogether. It's because we are fearful of backlash because no one wants to be told you suck at taking supplements. I mean, it's true. That's selfish because we're fearful of telling them we care about them. Seriously, think about that. I don't want to talk to them about their inconsistency because I'm scared because I love them. Like, say that out loud and it sounds really strange, right? It sounds really strange. That is a watered down version of #OnePlexus. That is not what we talk about and preach about every single day. You love someone and you care about them, then you tell them that they can do it. And then you tell them this, I'm going to take your accountability away. Just like we take away our follow-ups, okay, I'm not going to hold you accountable anymore. I'm not going to help you do this anymore until you show me otherwise. You show me that $100 commitment. You show me that you're serious and your products are out and you're taking them. There's a couple of my level ones are wholesale buyers. And I know when they are in it, when every now and then I'll see a random pink drink selfie in like their Facebook stories or something. But most importantly is I'll ask them, send me a pink drink selfie so I know you're taking your stuff every day. You don't have to post it on Facebook, but I want you to send it to me. Because guess what? I post it. But they don't have to. It takes that pressure off of them. But I post it and it tags them. And it's just a fun way to hold people accountable. That's why I love giving my phone number to my level ones and my customers. Second topic of conversations to have. So that first one is getting over our own mindset of we're being obnoxious and pushy. We're not, okay? We're past that. We're not going to be watered down OnePlexus people. We're going to go straight to the person, talk about their inconsistency, and ask if we are allowed to hold them accountable, okay? That was number one. Number two, as leaders with growing teams, hear me loud and clear. We are allowed to communicate with every single person in our downline. If that means it is my level 6 and they're struggling, they might have a wonderful freaking upline. They might have wonderful uplines. But if I feel that God is calling me to message them and say, you know, I'm just thinking about you. I've been following you on Facebook and I saw you were struggling with this and I just want to send you some encouragement. That is our job. Stop telling people that is not their job. Stop getting upset when your upline wants to encourage someone. Now, there is a difference. If you are messaging someone and badgering them to place an order for your rank up, that is wrong. That is wrong. But if you are sincerely encouraging them and offering a second version of accountability, there is nothing wrong with that. So hear me loud and clear. We are talking about conversations to have with a OnePlexus culture. It starts with that. There is no such thing as, I don't want to step on toes. I'm sorry. I have their phone number in my back office. I'm allowed. That's how I see it. Okay? So we are allowed to encourage and inspire every single person that you see in your reports. The ones we personally sponsor are just as important as your levels 2 through 100. Okay? That is our team. Do not be offended if someone reaches over you to make sure that your ambassadors win. Do not be offended. I was that girl. I was offended for 2 years while the sweetest person on our team, Yvonne Cannon, would message my people and offer them prizes, and I would get pissed. I'd be like, stop that. I give them prizes. No one else. They're my babies. Like, I would like freak out. And she'd be like, sorry. And then I was thinking about it. And I'm like, those lean shaker cups are like $15. You go, girl. Go ahead and mail them that. Go ahead. You do you. Like, I don't know why. We get possessive of our people, and that's okay. We love them. We care for them, and we don't want ill will around them. I get that. But there's nothing wrong with encouragement and inspiration because everyone needs to win. When the whole team is winning, momentum happens. And when momentum happens, rank ups happen. And it's exciting and it's so fun. And we've been in momentum since like January. So it's been a really great year so far. If anything, do not come to me. I'm saying this because I can't imagine how silly I sounded complaining to Holly that someone was loving my people. If anything, just say thank you. I know you want to go off on them and be like, I really appreciate it if you stop doing that. But instead she's like, thanks for reaching out to Shelby. I really appreciate, she was having a really hard day and you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Leave it alone. Drop it. Just let it go. That's what I tell my kids all the time. Just stop touching each other. Let it go. Stop. So if you're not a diamond, you're not succeeding yet, right? You're getting there. I don't think it's fair for you to give that judgment to your upline that is reaching out, because it is our job to consistently give encouragement and to help people have a positive mindset, because this produces results for every single person in our organization. And now I'm not saying, for those of you that are not yet diamond, obviously I'm the only one on this call that's diamond, I'm not saying you're not successful. You are succeeding. You are getting there. But I don't feel like you have the right to tell someone that. Now, if you have a bad egg on your team, that's a whole different story. Please send them my way. I'd love to meet them. I'm really good with bad eggs, okay? But everyone else, and you know what I mean, the pettiness, there's like silly, weird women stuff that we do, and we're like, but we just don't get it out and say, I just don't like that, okay? Just say that. Say, I don't like, say thank you. I don't like that, okay? So we'll move on. That was the hardest part of this whole Zoom call. All right, so the second half of this is encouraging those 99er PVers and those that are not giving us points, because the ones that are giving us points, thank them. One of my favorite things that Yvonne does every single month, and I don't know if y'all know this, I know she does it because she blind carbon copies me on the email, and she sends every single person an email, and some of you may have already received it, that is commission qualified. Thank you so much for being a part of our team. Thank you for your order. I know that's a sacrifice out of your budget, but you're also, you know, whatever. And she might not have done it recently because of some life events, but for a while, every single month, she would send out this email that just thanked people for getting commission qualified. And she didn't say that, like, thank you for getting commission qualified. No, it was just like, thank you for ordering last month. And it was something that she was doing with her own customers, and she was like, my team, those are my customers. Like, I'm going to do that with them too. And I just really like that. So for those people that are not commission qualified, for the people that are not, they're inconsistent with their business. They're not sharing and they're not posting on social media. I want to offer a perspective for you, because again, it leads into that mindset of scarcity versus abundance, and people are going to judge me, or shame. And I know shame is kind of a harsh word, but I want you to listen to these statements, and maybe it'll help you understand that people have a shameful mindset, and that's why they don't do things and they don't share Plexus, right? For instance, when people don't want to share about Plexus, if you don't talk about your spouse or marriage, I can tell there's shame towards it. And this is just talking about social media or just in real life, okay? If you don't talk about your health or body, or maybe your pics are edited to Kingdom Come, or you only take pictures in a certain angle, I can tell there's shame about your body image. If you don't talk about Plexus and you don't post about gut health or your supplements on your Facebook or social media, again, I can tell there's some sort of shame attached to that. Why are you ashamed to talk about certain things? It goes anywhere from supplements to your spouse, okay? Think about what you post on social media. That's usually what you post about is something you're excited about, something you like. So if you're married, hopefully you like your spouse. I don't know. If you are liking Plexus, it's usually because you're seeing some sort of results. And there's no shame attached in that, because actually, I think the shame, it's not even the supplement aspect, it's the network marketing aspect. It's gotten such a bad rep and bad name from companies that shall not be named. And unfortunately, people think that when they're posting on social media that they're automatically advertising. Everything's an advertisement, you guys. Everything. This is so crazy. There's like all these studies done on this. And I was thinking about it the other day when I was driving, because I was looking and I read like the backs of like 4 different work cars, and then some lady had like a Juice Plus car, and I just like read them like I was reading a book, and I was just sitting there and I was like, oh my God, those were all advertisements for businesses, and I didn't even like blink twice. You know what I mean? And it's just because we're constantly surrounded by some sort of advertisement. So that is why we have to differentiate ourselves from everyone else on social media. Because if that's where we're going to post about our business, that's why we got to be different. And I think that's what separated me from a lot of other people back in 2015. One, I was the only person recording myself and uploading videos way before Facebook Live. I was the only mom talking about my stretch marks and love handles. That was like a big no-no. Like, you wear Spanx, girl. You don't talk about that. Like, I'm from the South. Like, people love their sweet tea and they love their Spanx, okay? And you don't talk about your fat rolls. Like, we all got them. You don't talk about them. And I was like, no, I don't want them. I'm going to talk about them. And that's what separated me from other people. So I want you to think about your audience and your network and sharing. And I want you to claim it in Jesus' name that you are not ashamed of network marketing. It's the best industry on the freaking planet. We are a billion-dollar industry. Our company is about to be a billion-dollar company. Do not be ashamed. Okay? Here's the thing. I want you to help your people work on personal development. If there is shame in their life from something, some way, somehow, it's from a lack of personal development, okay? And that can be from anywhere from Jesus to just reading a self-help book. I don't know. That's between you and that person. But personal development is so crucial. It's so crucial. I mean, strengthen what you're great at, okay? That's what personal development teaches me. For such a long time, I thought personal development meant I was going to work on something I sucked at. Doesn't that, like, raise your hand if you kind of felt the same way. Like, I'm going to work on my personal development because I suck at being empathetic, okay? I'm a tough love gal because that's how I grew up. I was the oldest of four. I was like the other mother. There was no time to sit and cry about it. We had bills that needed to be paid or the lights were going to go off and that stuff. So I just grew up in this tough love mentality. And so now I project that onto other people because I'm like, suck it up, buttercup, let's go. And I don't realize I'm doing that. Like, sometimes I have to, like, pump the brakes, or I have people like Allie that are like, knock it off. Like, you know, I have to have people in my corner telling me these things. And so personal development is crucial, not just for your people, but for yourself, because it helps us get to know what we're good at. Okay. So I want you to write, for those of you that have notes right now, write down something you're good at least one thing. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything from your husband to making casserole to riding a bike to making up lean recipes to talking to people. I don't know. Just write down one thing. Now I want you to write down one thing that you're great at in your business, because I know a lot of you did not write that down. You wrote down something personal. But I want you to write down something you're great at in your business. I'm great at coming up with original content. I'm great at encouraging all of my level ones 4 days a week. I'm great at memorizing product labels. I don't know. Whatever that thing is that you wrote down that you are confident that you're great at, one, I want you to double check with someone later this evening that you're actually good at it, because sometimes we're cocky and we're really not. So just double check that this is something you're actually good at. Number two, strengthen that. Own it. If that's what you're good at, dadgummit, do it every single day. There's no reason why. I was the video girl. How many of you knew me before you joined as the video girl? Emily Roberts, that Plexus girl. I was always making videos, right? Some of you watched my videos before you even messaged me and said hi. And I was like, I had no idea you watched my videos. Like, I had people come up to me in the grocery store. They're like, oh my gosh, you make those videos. And I'm like, yes. I mean, there's people now that have no idea. They don't know what I do unless they ask. I go to my son's school, and a couple of them added me on Facebook at the end of the school year because I just like kept to myself. And one lady stopped me and was like, oh my God, Emily Roberts. And I was like, yeah. She was like, you have like a lot of followers. And she's so loud. She's singing in front of everyone. And y'all know I'm an extroverted introvert. So like I'm extroverted when I want to be. So I am like beet red and I'm like, Sterling, let's go. And she's like, no. What do you do? What do you do? Like, why do you have so many followers? And I was like, I made videos for a couple of years. And then for those of you that know, I just went live like 2 weeks ago. This was all when I went live because I stopped going live. But anyways, I was like, I used to make videos. And she was like, oh, what kind of videos? Do you do makeup? You're beautiful. You do makeup. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. No. She was like, so what were your videos about? And I was like, I don't know how to answer that. because all my videos were different. I mean, from baby poop to ProBio 5 to my husband to lip syncing. Like, I just was like, I didn't want to go to YouTube. That was too hard. So I just did it on Facebook. So instead of being ashamed of my industry, I made my industry my own. I strengthened what I was good at. I'm not great at getting in front of somebody at the grocery store. I shut down. I don't know my elevator speech. I couldn't even tell you what ingredient was in the pink drink when someone stops me in person. It's awful. I freak out. But you put me behind the keyboard, you give me some good lighting and a camera, and I will go all day in a video, okay? So whatever you wrote down, strengthen what you're good at. Stop worrying daily about what you're not good at. Do the same for your team and their goals. Why aren't they beating their goals? Because they're constantly worried about the things that they're supposed to be good at that they're not good at, and it stresses them out. And then it debilitates them. They don't want to do anything at all because they think they have to be good at what you're good at. No, God gave them something to be good at. Figure out what that is. Figure it out. Ask them, what are you good at? You play tennis? You have like 6 kids, so I can think of one thing you're good at. Like, ask them what they're good at, okay? Ask them. Ask them what they're good at. Break that barrier down. Help them to be confident about sharing, successfully sharing, and strengthen that bond with them. And then you can work on personal development together. You can cheer them on and be like, for instance, there may be a girl that takes gorgeous pictures. Maybe she's a photographer. It's like a hobby of hers. She's on your team, but she's not comfortable with sharing. You could say something like, girl, you are so great at posting daily pictures of your kids. What if you took that bio cleanse and put it in the next picture of your children? You know, it might be awkward silence just like that because y'all are muted. But it could also go really well. And she'd be like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to have little Tony hold up the bio cleanse in the next picture, you know? You have that mommy friend that's hilarious or that dad friend that's hilarious. You know, how can they incorporate Plexus into something they're already good at on social media? What are people watching them do? Okay, some people don't know how to use social media. That's a whole other ballpark. You're gonna have to teach them that, but most people can. At the end of the day, if duplication fails, it's because something is not understood. Agree or disagree? If duplication fails, it's because something is not understood, right? I'm not going to do that because I don't know how, right? New ambassadors, 100%. I'm not going to go for silver because I don't understand what that even means. I'm not going to join the 60-day challenge because I don't know how to sign up. I'm not going to do a launch event because it sounds like it has to do with NASA. We don't talk about things enough because we consider ourselves experts, or maybe we've been here for a while, or we've been a part of this industry, so we think that they're just going to get it because we've been doing it for 5 years. You've been watching me do this for 5 years. Like, you should know. Like, I'm thinking that, but they don't get it. You have to walk them through it. Customer care is ambassador care. Take care of your ambassadors. And remember the basics. Stop complicating everything. We keep talking how we just want everything to be so simple, and the simple sharing system, and silver needs to be so simple, and the Fast Start program is not simple. Why? What are we complicating? This is how you log in. This is how you shake up your pink drink. This is how you post a status. Simple, simple, simple. Okay? Your health benefits outweigh the business benefit, but they will both help everyone continue on team success, right? If we have health benefit success because we're taking our products consistently and we find a regimen we really, really like, then as a team, we're going to have a business benefit because the pay point will grow, our points will grow, our teams will get bigger because things are duplicating and people understand and they're not ashamed and they want to be held accountable. They want to keep going. If you're having trouble with anybody, whether it's somebody that is 99 PV to I don't want to share on social media or whatever, ask your uplines for help. We love helping you with 3-way chats or getting on the phone. Like, I'll call your girl. Like, yo, can you call my Aunt Cindy? She don't want to post on Facebook. Okay, what's Cindy's number? I will do it, you know? Sometimes they don't want to hear from you because they think they have to be like you. Sometimes you just got to connect them with someone that they are more in tune with. For instance, some of you have never had children before. I don't expect you to get on that level with a mom that's like, she wants to punch you in the face because you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And you're like, are you, Allie? Like my eyes twitching, you know? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I want you to know that having a conversation with someone that you know nothing about, it's going to help bring in your upliner or sideliner, somebody that knows that situation a little bit better so that we can help each other out, okay? Don't stress yourself out about communicating with people that are really hard to communicate with. Let's find somebody that preaches to them, okay? So if they are not interested in the business, encourage them to order double every other month. That's what we were talking about. This ensures they're still commission qualified. It's every other month. They're going to be more consistent. They're just going to save money, and they'll earn a little bit back. Yes, everyone got that earlier? Cool. Still not interested in that? Then recommend that they become a preferred customer, and there is a link in the help center, the customer service help center, to downgrade them to preferred customer. Stop being afraid to send them and to have the hard conversations. Stop being afraid. You're just looking, every month, you're just going to look at that 99 PV column. Your eye's going to twitch, and you're going to develop acne, and you're going to be like, Emily, what's happening? I'm going to be like, you're stressing yourself out. Sorry. So let's focus on things that we can control and help people make the shifts in their ordering, however they're doing it consistently. You know, like some people are going to be all about that saving money. And then some people are going to be like, nah, bro, that's okay. Make them a preferred customer. Okay, Emily, that's great. What about the people that are ghosting me? What about the people I haven't talked to since like circa 2014 when I joined? Okay, I get it. There's something called a customer care chat that other teams like to do, and this is new to me because we have our Plexus People and Products page, which I feel has made a significant difference for people that don't plug in. I feel like this has been a new place for them to plug in where they don't feel like they're being sold to all the time. It's just testimonies. So for me, customer care chat could be two things, okay? We could do it like the group way of adding them to Plexus People and Products and saying, this is a page full of testimonies and product help. That's it, okay? And then there's the customer care chat where it's you and like 6 other people that have a testimony around whatever that person's struggling with. Single mom, low income, you know, acne, shingles, postpartum, whatever. Find people in our team or in your organization, and all of you join a group chat together, and you love the heck out of that person so that they feel cared for, they feel held accountable, and they're ready to make that order, that next order based off of the decisions and recommendations that happen in that customer care chat. And you call it, you know, Alyssa's customer care chat because this is for her and whoever it is struggling, okay? It's working really well for other teams, especially those 99 PVers or the people that don't have a subscription in place. Number 2, call them. Try calling the phone number in the back office. Just see what happens. And if they answer, just be like, Pizza Hut. I don't know if you freak out, but get on the phone. Try to call them. You know, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you since 2014. What's up? You know, like break the ice. I don't know. Okay. Those are my 2 recommendations for the hard conversations and how to get there, and then the even harder part of getting them to communicate with you. All right. So last but not least, I want to wrap up with what I was kind of talking and touching on in the beginning, that scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. Okay. Money. Okay. Money. Some of you hear that word and you perk up. You're like, oh, what? And some of you hear that and you're like, oh, I don't have enough of it. It stresses me out. Ah, humbug, right? Like, right? Okay, so scarcity says, I don't want to lose at the money game. I don't like selling or promoting. I work hard for my money. I want to be rich. Okay, maybe you agree with that or you feel that, okay? But abundance says, I play the money game to win. I'm willing to promote and sell. I let my money work hard, and I'm committed to being rich. See that little tweak? Just little tiny little tweak from scarcity to abundance mindset. It's all about retraining your brain, just like intermittent fasting, just like eating better, taking supplements. It's just a little tweak to your brain, okay? I want money, but I won't do anything about that to get it. How many people in your life do you know live by that statement? I want money, but I ain't going to do anything to go get it. How many, like some of you are like, oh my God, if that ain't my parents, you know, or, oh, if that ain't my college roommate. We all have that one person on our team with stupid potential. And you're like, what the what, man? Like, why won't you work your biz? And they want the money and they need it, right? Like they're beautiful or they got the social media thing down. They get 47 likes on a dog selfie and you're like, what the heck? But they won't talk about Plexus. It's a scarcity mindset. They don't think they deserve it. They don't know what to do with it. They're afraid of failure. It's that scarcity mindset, okay? So that's just one version, the money. A second analogy would be success. This is a huge reason why people don't care to grow their points. They don't care to get to know the business. These two things right here, money and success, okay? And it's the two different mindsets. So scarcity, this is what scarcity says about success. Scarcity says, I often think big disappointments. I'm too scared, so why try it all? I resent all of those people who are rich and successful, okay? Either you resonate with that or you immediately know who thinks like that. Abundance says, I like to think bigger. I act even when I'm scared. I admire the successful and rich. People with an abundant mindset celebrate the success of others and use that as the way paver for their success to come, right? I don't look at someone else being rich and successful as a roadblock to me, like, oh, they've already done it, right? How many versions of pens are out there in the world? Like what you write with, a pen. How many versions of pens? I don't think the second creator of ballpoint pen was like, it's already been done. My life is over. I can never be successful. He was like, no, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to call it a ballpoint pen. And now he's a billionaire. Pool noodles. How many pool noodles and flotation devices are out there now? You know, somebody walk into freaking, I don't even know, Mattel. Who makes pool noodles? I don't even know. I'm thinking like a toy company, but probably like some sort of boating company. And they're like, I want to sell these for $1.89 a piece in Walmart and Dick's and I don't even know, Gander Mountain or whatever those places are called. And that guy's probably like, get out of my office. Okay? But no, there's so many brands and kinds. Mother, you should be on this Zoom call. I'm so sorry. There's so many ways to become successful, especially in this industry. Did you guys know that when I joined Plexus, there was like 150 diamonds, and now there's nearly 300? We've almost doubled that in my 5 years. There's plenty of room for you guys. Plenty. And I'd really like to have a diamond. I just would really like to just have, like, that's a goal of mine, to help you guys duplicate and become so successful that you grow there. So I want you to consider these two versions of an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. Do some research. I want you to look that up. The two different types of mindset. There's books and stuff out there about it, but I want you to see what you fall under, and I want you to share that with your team. I want you to share these analogies with your team and see if that's something that might be holding them back. Jamie said the college student invented a pool noodle for his son. He sold it at a garage sale and it took off. Well, that's awesome. That's how I feel about the Amazon guy who used to sell books and stuff out of his garage. Oh, you know how many times I've done that? Like, why did I think of that? I don't know. Between that and like Chipotle, the son and the dad that used to sell burritos out of their garage, and now they have Chipotle. Like, I love them. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. So just think of, like, go read those stories. Where's your favorite place to eat? Or what is your favorite clothing store? Or like Kendra Scott's story, you know, go read those stories and be inspired. Listen to podcasts when you're folding laundry. You know, you don't have to watch PJ Masks. You can put headphones in and listen to a podcast, all right? So y'all have a great week. Thank you for getting on. I will upload this video, but I just kind of want to move forward with duplication and mindset and this new ambassador care. And I feel like with that, I guarantee you in the next 3 to 6 months, y'all have amazing point growth because of this little tweak. All right? You guys have a great night, and I'll